Don't choose the same thing as messy. Easy difficulty first. Think of an animal. If you think of an elephant, you're out. Now pick a fast food brand. If you thought of McDonald's, you've lost the game. Let's move on to medium difficulty. Think of a car brand. If you chose Toyota, you're eliminated. Now pick a famous YouTuber. I thought of PewDiePie. If you thought the same, you're out. Now hard difficulty. I want you to think about a video game console. If you thought about the Nintendo Switch, you lost. Last question, if you got here, you're very lucky. Pick a color. I'll choose blue. If you chose the same color, you've lost.
Don't choose the same thing as Donkey. We'll start with easy difficulty. Think of a movie. If you thought of Shrek 2, I'm afraid you missed the boat, my friend. Think of a video game. I chose Red Dead Redemption. Let's go with medium difficulty. I want you to think of a character from Family Guy. If you thought of Stewie, you lost. It's pro difficulty now. Choose a brand of soda. If you chose Mountain Dew, you're eliminated. It's time for hacker difficulty. Think of an animal. If you chose a zebra, you've lost. God difficulty. Think of a number from 1 to 5. I chose 4. Write what you chose in the comments.
Don't choose the same thing as Chester Cheetah. Let's start with noob difficulty. Think of a snack. I thought of Cheetos. If you thought the same, you're out. Think of a Pokemon. Ready? If you thought of Gengar, you lost. It's time for normal difficulty. Think of a Disney movie. If you thought of Zootopia, you're eliminated. Hard difficulty now. Think of a Nintendo console. If you chose the Nintendo DS, you've lost. Now for the expert difficulty. Think of a DC Comics character. I thought of Beast Boy. Last difficulty, genius difficulty. Think of a board game. If you chose Uno, I'm sorry to say you lost. Let me know in the comments what your choices were.
Don't choose the same thing as Luigi. Let's go. Let's start with the noob difficulty. Think of a color. I chose green. If you did too, you've lost. Let's move on to easy difficulty. Think of a character from the Super Mario saga. If you chose Daisy, you lost. Now, medium difficulty. Think of a sport. If you chose basketball, you're eliminated. Let's move on to the hard difficulty. I want you to think of a famous singer. I chose Drake. And you? Let's move on to boss difficulty. Think of a Super Mario enemy. If you chose a Koopa Troopa, you lost. Last of all, supreme difficulty. I want you to think of a candy brand. I've chosen Haribo. Write in the comments if you won or lost.
Don't choose the same thing as Ash Ketchum. First, I want you to choose an animal. I chose a rat. If you chose a rat too, then you've lost. Let's go for medium difficulty. Pick a video game. If you chose Digimon, you've lost. It's time for hard difficulty. Let me think. Now I want you to think of a Pokemon. I've thought of a Mimikyu. Have you too? If so, eliminated. For master difficulty, I want you to think of a YouTuber. If you thought of Jaiden Animations, you're out. Last, Arceus difficulty. Think of a brand of energy drink. If you chose Red Bull, you're completely eliminated. Leave your choices in the comments.
Don't choose the same thing as Steve. For the easy difficulty, I want you to pick a Minecraft mob. If you chose the chicken jockey, you're eliminated. For medium difficulty, I want you to choose a Minecraft biome. If you chose the desert, you have lost. Let's move on to hard difficulty. Think Think of a line from the Minecraft movie. If you thought I am Steve, you're out. Expert difficulty. Think of a color. If you chose brown, you're eliminated. Last question in God difficulty. Think of a sportswear brand. Are you ready? If you thought of Nike, you've lost. Let me know in the comments if you won or not.
Don't choose the same thing as Miles Morales. Okay guys, for the easy option, I want you to think of a superhero. Any superhero. If you thought of Black Widow, you're out of luck, you little jerk. Let's go for normal difficulty. Think of a country that begins with the letter I. If you thought of Italy, you're out. Hard difficulty now. Think of an actor. If you thought of Tom Holland, you've lost. Let's go with extreme difficulty. Think of a video game. Ready? I thought of Marvel Rivals. Last one, hero difficulty. Think of a fast food chain. If you thought of KFC, you lost miserably. Write in the comments if you won.
Don't choose the same thing as Morty. Dude, we'll start with the easy mode. Think of an alien movie. If you thought of E.T. the Extraterrestrial, you've lost. Let's move on to the medium difficulty. Think of a food brand. If you thought of Launchley, you're out. Hard difficulty. Think of a character from Rick and Morty. I chose Mr. Meeseeks. Legendary difficulty. Pick a tool. If you picked a hammer, then you're eliminated. Supreme difficulty. Choose a number from 1 to 3. I chose number 3. Let me know in the comments if you won or not.
Don't choose the same thing as Shadow the Hedgehog. Let's start with something easy. Since you're a lesser being, think of a color. I thought of black, the color of my soul. Medium difficulty. Think of a god. If you thought of Zeus, you're disqualified, although I could beat him in a battle. Hard difficulty. Now I'm forcing you to think of an animal. I thought of an echidna, just like that stupid Knuckles. It's time for extreme difficulty. Think of a poker suit. I thought of a spade. If you did that too, you've lost. Last question. If you're alive, it's because you're very lucky. Think of an element. If you thought of fire, you've been eliminated. Write down whether you won or lost.
Do not, I repeat, do not choose the same thing as me, C-3PO. Easy difficulty. Think of a Star Wars planet. I thought of Tatooine. If you picked it too, I regret to inform you that you've already lost. Now, think of a household appliance. I chose a vacuum cleaner. Efficient, obedient, and never talks back. Hard difficulty. Pick a type of weather. I went with a gentle drizzle. Very civilized. Sith difficulty. Think of a genre of music. I chose classical, of course. Structured, elegant, none of that loud, chaotic nonsense. Jedi difficulty. Now, the final challenge. Pick a number from 1 to 3. I, quite logically, selected 1. It's clean, straightforward, and unassuming. Just how I like it. Now then, did you survive? Let me know in the comments.
Oh, don't choose the same thing as Robin! Let's start with the noob difficulty first. I want you to think of a superhero. Ready? I thought of the Flash. If you thought the same, you're out! Now think of an animal, okay? If you thought of a bat, you died. Medium difficulty, here we go. Choose a brand of candy. If you thought of Sour Patch Kids, you've been eliminated. God difficulty, think of a console. I know you thought of a PS5, you're out. Maximum difficulty, supreme difficulty, think of a color. Ready? If you thought of red, eliminated. Tell me in the comments if you won or not.